Hello everybody, how are you guys? We all love to travel to a certain extent, and these are 10 travelers that you might have seen before. Let's do it. Well, when I travel, I'm just looking for a food adventure. And mostly I want to have the footage that I can put on my Crazy Exotic Food Adventure channel on YouTube. So, for example, in Cambodia, we had fried tarantulas. Now, I don't mind tarantulas. It tastes a little like chicken. But if you fry them Cambodian style, it gives it this light crunch that really adds to the zest of the natural tarantula taste. Have you ever had snake wine in Vietnam? You open the snake's mouth, you pinch the snake's mouth, and you let his venom drop into the wine that you already have in your mouth. Now you have to be careful, because if the snake could well, travel, it's just kind of boring. And I've tried. We went shark hunting in Australia. A giant great white shark jumped out of this choppy surf off the coast of New South Wales into the boat and started eating the crew. The shark was on the boat eating the crew. To be honest with you, I was kind of bored. And the shark wasn't that, he was right there. He's eating the crew. And I just felt bored. I don't know why. The whole time, be honest with you, the whole time I'm watching this. And I'm thinking, I've seen better stunts in the Sharknado series. The most important thing for me is to get a great shot for Instagram. I dove off a waterfall in Africa that was more than 375 feet tall. I took pictures the whole way down, but not of the drop, of my face. I had the camera turned around. I took pictures of the terror on my face. To be honest, the joy too. It was terror and joy on the way down. It was joy at first, and then terror, and then once I relaxed, it was joy again. That is an interesting travel story. I'm glad you had so much fun. You know what that reminds me of? I was honored to be part of a select group of travelers that were allowed to go inside the Vatican and have lunch with the Pope. And I told him that I understood that they get a lot of grief, a lot of kidding around the world about the height of those hats. Now, it's not my place to say, Your Popedness, but I think the hats should be taller. I would make them 6 feet tall. Just think of the branding that you could sell on the hats. Dude, the most important thing is that adrenaline rush. I want that adrenaline rush. I'm looking for the rush. I want my heart pumping out of my chest. Pump, pump, pump. If Elon Musk gave me a call and said, hey, would you want to go on a SpaceX rocket flight? I would say to Elon, yeah, sure. If you could get me above the Earth's atmosphere, that'd be great, but I ain't going to no Mars. I'm jumping out of that SpaceX rocket back to Earth. When I travel, I'm looking for historical insight. So I'll often bring 4 or 5 very thick historical volumes with me as I travel throughout Europe and through Asia Minor and Antarctica, everywhere I go. And while we may run into certain stressful situations during the travel, while other people in my party might be having a shootout with rebels, for example, in some war-torn area of the world, my thick books have protected me from machine gun fire. So there is a certain practical element. I'm interested in the intellectual side of travel. I want to know, how did the Middle Ages eventually result in Big Macs? Okay, how did we get from the Enlightenment to keeping up with the Kardashians? Well, generally, I don't like to leave London because it's not that I don't like to travel, But my family's, each member of my family, and I'm including my grandparents, my parents, most certainly my children all have a screw loose. They're all little nuts upstairs. I don't rightly know why, but I find that if I travel around the world that I'm putting the safety of the neighborhood and generally London itself at risk. Now, the secret to backpacking is everything has to have 5 uses. So, my toothbrush, I also use it to shine my shoes, and I also use it to scrape my head. When I shower, I take my toothbrush and apply the shampoo. I also use it to scrub my insides of my ears, like a Q-tip. I go with my toothbrush. Dude, spring break, woo! Oh my God, this spring was the biggest rager. Dude, me and Trevor and Gundam took turns jumping off our 30-story balcony into the pool. We were TikTok famous on the first day. And here's the thing. It went so well on the first day, we asked them to move us to a room on the 40th floor. And let me tell you something. When you're on the 40th floor, the pool looks about this big, So you got to down half a keg. Just to leap off the balcony. Oh, I love to travel. As long as the thing is, I just don't like where we travel. I just don't like where I travel to be any different from where I live. I don't mind going to these foreign countries, these strange countries like Canada. I just want to have the same comforts that I have at home in these other countries. I want it to be honestly, I want it to be the exact same.